Hi, this is G, and here's my video to talk about how to produce this track. This is the original track by me. I produced in the summer 2018, and during the time I was really, I have really bad anxiety issue, and I haven't named this track yet, and when I sing about this track, it's everything will be alright, and that's actually my will for my future at that time. I was really pessimistic, and I don't really see my future. So here, I would explain my drop first. This track is unfinished, so you can see it only has like a start, the verse one, and the drop, and a little bit breakdown here. And I was since I produced the drop first, I will explain the drop first. And here in the drum session, and I programmed the kick. I believe this is the kick. Since it's a future bass track, and so it doesn't has any really like, I don't know, it doesn't have like solid pattern. I should program my kick, so I just program like this, and along with a little bit percussion thing, and snap, and it's a crash. It's a hat, crash hat. So it's really moving and really dynamic. And the lead, I will start with the lead. You can hear has a vocalized. Let me find it. So this one actually has a pitch bend at first, and I feel like, well, it's a summer vibe. So here, those are actually the filler for the to layer up the lead to make it more plucky. And here is a vocalized lead. It's not a vocal chop. It's just a tweak in the higher frequency and middle frequency to make it sound like, well, it's like a vocal stuff. So together. And here are the bass. It's a really simple bass line, and it's I put one layer of really aggressive bass, since I want this to be a Q track, and Q track has well, really matches with aggressive bass. And here are the chords. The chord is pretty simple, as you can see. This is 1-2 patterns. Basically a detuned polyphony sol wave. And if you add everything together, it's a really simple mix. But here, white noise. It's a sidechain white noise. I just use a very simple 3 times oscillator along with the LFO tool to sidechain it. So sorry, I have to turn off the post vocal, because that's, my friend used to say, well, if he can put his voice in it, but it doesn't really match. Well, I tried to do something cute here. I tried to record a meow, like a cat sound, and then use a vocoder, and then with a MIDI input. But it doesn't. Well, it's okay, but it. Well, I'll just leave it there right now. And for the other part, well, first. Well, I make a melody that introduces the theme, the melodic theme of the sound, and yep, and that's actually the intro. Oh, I use the wobble bass as the filler in the beginning. So, and the first part, I use a voice plug. It's a little bit vocalized in the higher frequency, that's why I name it. It is basically an ARP. And it's looping, and here, I only record the build-up. Everything's gonna be alright. Oh, here, it's a typical clap, a little bit snare, and you can see it's build up tension, and Elenium tam loop. I really like Elenium samples, so sorry. And here the shaker. It's not really shaker, but it's like shaker add like a little bit percussion upside, like really bright percussion. So together it sounds like this. Oh, here, and the guitar. Actually it's a contact instrument. So basically it's the same chord and some indicator for the contact instrument to change the pattern of the guitar sweep. So yep, it sounds really good. I actually use it to actually tweak it a little bit here. I add a neutron on it, which is actually an instrument. It's an instrument. How to say that? It's a thing that would tweak instrument thing, and add vocalized. Well, EQ exciter. Well, I really like the exciter part because it excites the higher frequency of this and makes the guitar sound really bright. And OTT 3-band. Well, it's a multi-band compressor, but it's only 3-band. So, I use OTT a lot to excite stuff, and I didn't really compress it a lot. I only has a 21% of wetness, and then an EQ which cuts off the lower frequency because it sounds a little bit squashy in the background. I turn off the stereo enhancer because I used to think, well, maybe I can put the guitar on the side of the mix, but it doesn't really work out. So that's basically it. And here. Oh, here, and so actually it's a sample. Oh, it's not really a sample. It's a Naxos sample because, well, Naxos is sample based. It's effects from this, and it's a volume automation. That's basically it. Everything will be alright. You see it, everything will be alright. Yep, thank you.